What's going on, fam? Scotty Reed here, Black Talk Radio News, but I'm also speaking to you as the founder of the North Carolina-based nonprofit Black Talk Media Project. It was founded in 2008 because I discovered that the reason I wasn't hearing a lot of authentic black voices on terrestrial FM or AM radio was because of the 1996 Telecommunications Act, which allowed us to get to where we are today, where we have six corporations controlling 90% of all the media that we see. So I was inspired also by Malcolm X talking about the power of the media and how it shapes opinions and can give false perspectives. You know, he was the original person, or the first person I know to really call out fake news in a straightforward way. I give that credit to Malcolm X. So I have pretty much been a pioneer, not to toot my own horn, but in figuring out adapting digital online radio, which has really only been around for maybe 20, 30 years on a mass, well, I wouldn't even say mass, but helping people to utilize free tools or low-cost tools in order to create digital radio stations, black radio stations, to address the problem, because these six corporations were not presenting authentic black voices over the radio, targeting whatever community they were in, or as they would call it, whatever markets they were in. So, you know, we've been pretty much a pioneer. Me, personally, I hold 2 copyrights on how to wire up external audio devices like mixers and what have you to a personal computer or a Mac computer, and identifying software that can be incorporated in producing grassroots media, low cost or free. There are many free tools, as I'm using one of those tools right now to make this video, and I'm actually just testing that out. But you know, Bernie Sanders is a person who is running for president. I obviously say, you know, I get points for stating the obvious, right? But I appreciate Democracy Now!, which is a nonprofit media organization itself, certainly with a much bigger budget than what I've been able to attain and work with. But I love the work that they do. They're not perfect in everything. They have their critics, but I love the context that I think I can't remember, the Latino anchor who's been with them for a very long time, front and center, bringing you news and conducting interviews, but how he framed the ABC Univision debate, and the question that was asked of Bernie Sanders about Venezuela and trying to get him to call Maduro, the duly elected president of Venezuela, calling him a dictator. And it was pretty interesting exchange, so I'm gonna roll that video, which is posted at
As we
BTR
continue to
Community.
cover the Democratic debate in Houston, I'd like to turn to a moment when the Univision anchor Jorge Ramos was questioning Senator Bernie Sanders. But I want to first preface this by saying a lot of people know Univision, and they know that Univision has always been reporting extensively on the plight of immigrants in the United States. But a lot of folks who don't know Spanish and follow Univision, who don't follow Univision regularly, don't know that also Univision's role in terms of reporting on Latin America has always been to bash socialist or progressive or populist governments in Latin America. So it's no surprise to those of us who regularly watch Univision that Jorge Ramos would ask Bernie Sanders this question about Venezuela and democratic socialism.
Senator Sanders.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there, and the reason I'm gonna stop it there because I'm actually writing an article and producing a podcast about this very thing, because Bernie Sanders would address it the next day at the Latinx, what was it, the Magenta, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, but the Magenta Latinx town hall that they had in Las Vegas the very next day, where Bernie Sanders addresses the Monroe Doctrine, which is actually the doctrine of white supremacy in this hemisphere. And so Bernie Sanders addressed that in the context of immigration. But the reason I just want to cut it off there is just to show the importance of not only things like net neutrality, but the importance of funding grassroots media. There are 6 corporations that own all of the methods of distribution and production. 90%, they control 90% of what the world see, not just what we see in the United States. And it's just very important. I wouldn't have given going on 11 years of my life to this endeavor and trying to help the black community utilize these tools, which we have. And, we've been recognized for our work and the amount of people we've been able to reach through Black Talk Radio Network. But for me, it's really all about teaching other people how to be the media that they want to see, because they definitely are not seeing representations in corporate media that is accurate, that's truthful and objective. The media carries a bias. Not saying all media is presented in a biased fashion, but definitely we need to be producing our own local media and having local conversations around all people activity areas. All right, this has been Scotty Reed. And please join btrcommunity.com. It's a way for us to support the nonprofits work and really help us expand our operations. Maybe we can get out there like Democracy Now!, which definitely has a dedicated group of donors. All right, so definitely share blacktalkradionetwork.com. You can also make your tax deductible donations there, but join us at btrcommunity.com, because it's a way for us to also combat, because social media is also a part of the media. It's part of the media and them controlling things, and so we have to have our own grassroots platforms. Check out btrcommunity.com, which is like Twitter like. All right, peace and blessings. Please like the video and share it with others, and let them know how they can support the production of independent grassroots black media. Peace.